Have you ever wondered why some people are rich and others are poor? This is a question that has puzzled many for centuries and continues to intrigue people around the world today. Is it education, luck, inheritance, or something else that drives financial success? Is it even possible for someone who grew up in a family of modest means to achieve a wealthy status? The book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert T. Kiyosaki explores these compelling questions in depth. Kiyosaki, an entrepreneur, educator, and investor, shares his unique perspective on financial literacy, offering insights that have revolutionized the way millions of people think about money. He defies the conventional advice of working hard, saving money, and investing in a diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. Instead, he advocates for financial education. He challenges the reader to question common assumptions and to think critically about the financial choices they make. Kiyosaki's book encourages one to rethink the accepted wisdom that getting a good education and a high-paying job are the keys to wealth. The story revolves around two dads, one rich and one poor. The rich dad is Kiyosaki's own father, a highly educated man with a secure government job but continuously struggling with his finances. The poor dad, on the other hand, is Kiyosaki's friend's father, an 8th grade dropout, but a successful entrepreneur. Kiyosaki uses these two polar opposite figures to illustrate his points and show the reader how different mindsets can greatly impact one's financial future. The book delves into an exploration of the beliefs and habits that create wealth, contrasting them with the ones that foster financial struggle. It presents an alternative view of personal finance, showing that financial success is not achieved by making more money, but by managing your money better. The principles that Robert T. Kiyosaki shares in this book are timeless. They resonate with people from all walks of life, regardless of their current financial state. The book encourages readers to be proactive in their journey towards financial literacy, suggesting it is never too late to start investing in your financial future. Today, we'll unpack the financial wisdom it holds. Step by step, we'll break down Kiyosaki's teachings, exploring the crucial concepts that can help you understand money and wealth in a whole new light. Let's start with Poor Dad, a man who symbolizes the traditional employee mentality that is deeply ingrained within society. This man represents the quintessential worker bee, someone who has firmly adopted what many would consider the normal approach to life and money. He was a staunch believer in the established life cycle that society so often promotes. Get an education, preferably a degree, secure a job that offers stability, and put in the hours to earn your paycheck. This narrative was his mantra, his guiding principle. He mapped his journey on the premise of this conventional wisdom, strolling along the beaten path. But all this did was keep him tethered to the relentless hamster wheel, the infamous rat race, where he strived relentlessly to make ends meet, perpetually tied to the financial security provided by his job. His finances were bound to his bills dictated by his paycheck, and his dreams constrained by his earnings. Poor Dad was often crippled by fear, a paralyzing dread that blanketed his understanding and approach towards money. Ignorance was his companion, as he was oblivious to the intricacies of financial management. His reluctance to take risks, his fear of the unknown, and his lack of financial literacy became the high, impenetrable walls that confined his wealth-building capabilities. These walls, built by fear and lack of knowledge, boxed him in, preventing him from tapping into opportunities to multiply his wealth. His fear of failure, of losing what he had, created a formidable barrier, blocking him from stepping into the realm of opportunities that had the potential to lead him towards financial independence. Despite these inhibitions, Poor Dad held education in high esteem, as if it was a holy grail. However, he overlooked the crucial importance of financial education. He was of the belief that a well-paying job and job security were his golden tickets to a secure financial future, blissfully unaware that conventional education doesn't always translate into financial wisdom or understanding the nuances of wealth management. He failed to realize that the realm of finances required a separate set of skills, a different kind of literacy. Not realizing that conventional education doesn't always translate to financial wisdom, enter Rich Dad, a man of an entrepreneurial mindset. He was a man with vision, a vision that saw money not just as a means survival, but as a tool, a powerful instrument to build wealth and achieve financial freedom. He wasn't just a dreamer though, He was an executor, a person who transformed his visions into concrete actions. To him, understanding the worth of financial education was pivotal. It was a language he thought everyone should speak, especially Robert, his son's best friend and his friend. In a world engulfed by the misconception of confusing wealth with a high salary, Rich Dad was different. His teachings were unique, and he emphasized on the essence of investing, entrepreneurship, and accumulating assets. He didn't just instruct Robert to save money, but taught him how to make it grow, how to let it work for him instead of working for it. He stressed the value of building assets, entities like real estate, stocks, businesses, sources that could not just generate but multiply income over time. His philosophy was simple. Wealth isn't about having a lot of money, it's about having a lot of options. Rich Dad had this unwavering belief that true wealth comes from owning assets that produce passive income, not just from earning a hefty salary. He urged Robert to shift his perspective, to focus on fortifying those assets that would not just grow but blossom, providing long-term financial security. He wanted Robert to understand that earning money was important, but making it grow and last was more significant. He wanted him to be rich, not just appear rich. In addition to all this, Rich Dad also underscored the importance of financial literacy, a knowledge that was essential to navigate through the complex world of economics. He wanted Robert to know the difference between assets and liabilities, to understand the contrasting impacts they had on his financial health. He trained Robert to concentrate on acquiring assets that bring money in while minimizing liabilities that drain money out. This wasn't just a lesson, it was a lifestyle change. Boosting his financial IQ helped Robert make smarter financial decisions and amass wealth over time. But what can we learn from this? The book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, is more than just a guide to financial independence. It's a testament to a transformative mindset that can elevate you from an ordinary employee living paycheck to paycheck to a successful entrepreneur or a savvy investor. The crux of the novel lies in shifting our mindset, a concept that demands us to reassess and recalibrate our understanding, our beliefs and attitudes towards money, and how we handle our financial responsibilities. This isn't a mere change, but a comprehensive of our financial behavior, our relationship with money, and the way we perceive wealth creation. It asks us to be adventurous, to step outside of our comfort zones and take calculated risks. Because without risk, there is no reward, and without stepping into the unknown, we limit our potential. We must be willing to venture into new territories, to seek out opportunities and not shy away from them, but rather embrace them as stepping stones towards creating wealth. The author also talks extensively about financial education, which is an often neglected aspect of our learning. It encourages us to take control of our finances, to not be dependent on others to manage We are urged to educate ourselves about personal finance, to be aware of how budgeting works, the importance of saving for the future, and the significance of investing wisely. Apart from these, it also brings to light the importance of generating multiple income streams. It's a critical part of financial independence, as it reduces dependency on a single source of income and secures us financially. It means exploring different options, not necessarily sticking to one field, but diversifying, thus creating multiple avenues of income. One of the most profound teachings of Rich Dad was his belief in the power of failure as a learning tool. He emphasized that failure isn't the end, it's simply a stepping stone. It's a part of the process, a detour, not a dead end. Failure is just a lesson learned, an experience gained, a stepping stone to success. We mustn't cower from failure, we mustn't fear it. Instead, we must embrace it as an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to learn. Don't be afraid of failure. Instead, embrace it as an opportunity to grow and learn. In summary, Rich Dad, Poor Dad is a book that provides valuable insights into financial education, wealth building, and the mindset of the rich versus the poor. It's a guide that encourages us to take control of our financial future, embrace failure as a path to learning, and most importantly, to understand that building wealth is more about intelligence and financial literacy than it is about money itself.